What's going on, everybody? AntiBrock here with a new figure review. Today we are going to be having a look at the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla Movie Monster Series Biollante. Now, Biollante is quite a tricky figure to find any merchandise of nowadays. You know, any chance of having a figure of Biollante. I mean, you look up prices of the SH Monster Arts, that goes for at least like $1,500. The X Plus figure, I think even more than that. Hell, even if you want to go back and try to get your hands on the initial vinyl Biollante figure, that's going to cost you up to $200 to $300. And unfortunately, that figure scales better than this particular figure with Godzilla or any other figures in your collection, and we'll get to that eventually. However, with that being said, a lot of reviewers, including myself now, I have to say, is this honestly may be the better figure than the original release. Not including the SH Monster Arts and all that expensive shit. But if you want like a pretty decent priced Biollante figure, look no further. I like this one quite a bit. I actually find myself playing with this figure here and there, taking it off the shelf. It is a fun figure to still pose with your Godzilla. So we'll take a look at the sculpt first, and the sculpt, I have to say, is really well done. One thing that this figure does better than the original Biollante vinyl is the shape of the head. Now, the head on this one is actually more accurate to the film, in my opinion. You even got the spine up here, you know, kind of like hair that she has on her back. Nicely detailed, too. Love the sculpt on that. They did get a little lazy. As you can see here, the tentacles in the front here, the teeth are indeed painted, but on the back, not so much. But it's still cool to have that detail. And, of course, the sculpt goes all the way in the back, too, which is very nice. It's a softer vinyl figure, too. But one thing I have to say, I'm knocking shit over in the back here. One thing I have to say about this particular Biollante, though, is even though it does not scale well, and I'll grab Godzilla right here, you can clearly see Godzilla is taller, unfortunately. Now, that being said, though, the way I like to look at it is Biollante is submerged. Yeah, there you go. Problem solved. She's submerged. She's not fully out of the water. She's actually partially in the water. Yeah. Speaking of the details, though, in the sculpt, you can see that the tentacles kind of wrap around like so here. I think I would have paid a little bit more had they made the tentacles like this in the back, too. I think that would have been really cool. Still, very cool figure. Articulation-wise, the head does rotate all the way around like so. And then the tentacles rotate 360 degrees in the front here. So, yeah, it's more just a statuesque kind of piece compared to the other figures. But I still love this Biollante quite a bit. There's really not a whole lot wrong with this figure. The only negative, and many other people have pointed out, is just it doesn't scale very well. I don't know if I have the card for her. I don't believe it. Oh, wait, no, here we do. I do. Or the tag, I should say. Yep. Here's the Biollante tag. We got the picture of Biollante there, and then on the back you have the back of Biollante, and of course the logo, Godzilla vs. Biollante. And we open it up here, get a nice silhouette Biollante. All this Japanese stuff written down. I take the tags off of my Godzilla figurines because it's just what I do, man. I like to display them without it. You know, it's the same thing as taking them out of the package. You know, they're not Beanie Babies. But overall, I think this is one of my favorite Movie Monster vinyls. I think it's very, very well done. It may not be the best scale-wise, but the sculpt, the paint, I mean, sure, they get a little lazy with the paint, especially on the fangs there, and they didn't really paint inside the mouth, the extra rows of teeth. So, yeah, they got a little lazy there, and they got a little lazy on the back with the teeth of the tendrils in the back here, sure. But overall, I still think the sculpt is fantastic. I still think the paint is still very well done. It's a great vinyl. You can find it for a pretty good price right now. I would get it now before it goes up in value. Apparently, Biollante is a popular character. She is one of my favorite Godzilla enemies. So, pardon me. She's in my top 3. But I highly recommend this figure. If you find for a good price, please. But so if you're looking for a good Biollante figure, look no further. This one, it's easy to access, and you might just have to wait a while if you want to import it. I had to import it and didn't have much of a choice. Anyway, so please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I've been on here. Gonna start making videos again. I just got to. But please be sure to hit that little bell notification too to be aware when I upload a new video. But yeah, Biollante, please. Have a nice night, guys.